This is the new Koenigsegg Jesko, and it could be the world's first road-legal car to break 300 miles per hour. The $2.8 million car is a replacement for the Agera RS, which in 2017 broke a world record, achieving a speed of 277.9 miles per hour.
We've redesigned basically every element of the car. We're starting with the very heart of the car, or the centre of the car, which is the carbon fibre tub. The tub in this car is 40 millimetres longer, it's 22 millimetres taller. It gives us a 40 millimetre longer wheelbase and closer to 30 millimetres of more headroom. So it's a bigger car in every respect. Obviously the visual design is different and every panel is different, but even the way we put those panels together is different. We now have a 2-section front bumper and a 2-section rear clamshell, which makes it a bit easier if there are any repairs to be done. It's also easier to manufacture. The engine on the car has been redesigned. We've got several new elements in the engine. We've got new conrods, the new crankshaft. We're running with bigger turbos, and we've designed an air injection system for the turbos to eliminate the turbo lag. There are a number of new design elements that have pushed the horsepower limit even further. So we're now making 1280 horsepower on this car versus 1160 in the RS, and 1600 horsepower on E85, which is up from 1340 in the RS. So we've tried to push absolutely every element of this car. The version that you see here is a track setup for the car. We also have a less aerodynamically aggressive road version of the car, both of them fully road legal. But this one that you see here is specifically set up for the track, and so that has dominated the design aesthetic, I guess you would say. So you've got very aggressive engineering. We've got the biggest front splitter that we've ever used, the biggest rear wing that we've ever used. And a lot of aerodynamic tricks going on there to maximise the downforce of the car. So we're looking at 800 kilos of downforce at 250 kilometres an hour, 1,000 kilos of downforce at 280 kilometres an hour, and a maximum of 1,400 kilos of downforce. So the car really has been engineered in this iteration for maximum grip and stability on a racetrack, even though it's going to be fully road legal. But probably the biggest single thing that we've done on this car is the new gearbox. So we have a new transmission that we've developed in-house at Koenigsegg. We're going to build it in-house at Koenigsegg. It's a 9-speed multiple clutch transmission. We're calling it the Lightspeed transmission, which is reflective of both of the quick gear changes that it does, as well as the size and weight of the unit. We're down to 20 to 30 milliseconds in gear change times, which is not unique in the industry. A lot of other manufacturers have got that as well. What is unique about this transmission is that you can change from your current gear to any other gear in virtually what we call light speed, 20 to 30 milliseconds. The software that monitors the gearbox, it's tuned to give you the gear that will give you ultimate power, the most power. So if you're in 7th gear and 3rd or 4th gear is the gear that's going to give you maximum power, you can direct the gear shift to change you direct from 7th down to 4th, rather than go from 7th to 6th to 5th to 4th. The other aspect of this gearbox is that it's extremely compact and light in weight. So a traditional dual clutch gearbox can weigh up to 140 kilos, between 120 and 140 kilos. This gearbox has got an extremely compact footprint, and that centralises the weight of the gearbox. It pushes it more towards the centre, but it's also only 90 kilos. So we've actually shaved a lot of size and weight from the transmission. So we're really excited about the new transmission in the car. We've also made new carbon fibre wheels for the car. It's our 3rd generation carbon fibre wheel. The size has actually got bigger. We're making a 20-inch wheel at the front and a 21-inch wheel at the back. But that 20-inch wheel at the front weighs just 5.9 kilos, and the 21-inch wheel at the back is only 7.4 kilos. So, as I said, every aspect of this car has been redesigned, rethought through, every aspect examined and made better.
So how does it reach 300 miles per hour?
This version that you see here hasn't been designed to break that record, but we are doing a second version of this car which will not have the same aggressive aerodynamics. That will be more of a road version, and we do believe the calculations tell us with the increased horsepower, etc., that car should break 300 miles an hour. So in terms of things that we've done to make that possible, we've got a lot more power in the engine. So we've made several changes to the engine. We've changed to a flat plane V8 crankshaft, 180 degree crankshaft. It's a lot lighter, it spins a lot faster. There are other tricks that we've done in the engine. Basically, we've lifted the output of the engine on regular gas by 120 horsepower. So this is now making, on regular pump gas, 95 pump gas, 1280 horsepower. On E85 that goes up to 1600 horsepower. So with a low drag setup and that much power, we believe that the car would be able to hit 300 miles an hour. So if you like what you see here with this show car, sadly you can't have this one. It's just a show car. It's not a running car as yet. It will be soon. In fact, we only finished it at 3 a.m. on the day we unveiled it here at the Geneva Motor Show.
Koenigsegg will make another 125 models of the Jesko that will be available to buy, and customers will be able to choose between the track and high-speed model. But if you want to secure one, you're going to need to hurry.
We've been showing this car in virtual reality form for about 12 months to customers, and just based on the virtual reality we've got about 90 orders out of 125 that we'll make. The rest of those, there's a very good chance they'll be sold by the end of the Geneva show.